Hi, how's it going? My name is Jeremiah Nickel, aka JT Nickel on Reddit at ProDJKC on Twitter. Welcome to Ethfinance. It's been a while since I've cut a video. I've got some things I want to share with you and get some ideas bouncing around the room, so to speak. So first of all, welcome newcomers. We gained around 1,000 people in 48 hours. Normally I champion that stuff, but I'm also a little bit hesitant to pop out the champagne because I'm a little worried that we're going to start seeing click farm activity come into the space as we saw in 2017. Now, this is a pretty incredible price rise. This price action alone is enough to get people's attention. I understand that, along with the news that is shaking up the federal level as far as monetary policy goes and stablecoins. So we have a lot to be proud about, and congratulations for those of you who have held through the bear and made it into this bull market. It's incredible. So I got a few things I want to talk about and run past you. I'd really like to hear your feedback down in the comments on Reddit, not on YouTube, but on Reddit. So if you are new to Ethfinance, I need you to do a couple of things. First of all, be good students and be culturally good to each other. This is not a subreddit where we let trolls fly. There is no freedom of speech on this subreddit in terms of bad actors. So if you're coming in trying to manipulate or spread unwarranted FUD over and over and over, you will receive a ban, plain and simple. This is just kind of the culture that has been built up over the years because, as we all know, Reddit accounts are free, and you'll have to go make a new one if that's how you want to proceed. That being said, we don't censor good conversation. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about are sock puppets, people that want to come in and stir up trouble. You have an agenda, so we're not gonna deal with that. You'll have to make a new account. It's 20 karma in 10 days to get that. But on the flip side of that, I want you to understand the number of people that we have banned, let's say since December, is very, very, very low. Like maybe 3 or 4 out of that whole time with 26 some odd thousand contributors to our sub. Most of the time, 99% of the time, in fact, what we do as moderators is we take out click farm activity. We've seen a huge uptick in that. There's a lot of exciting projects. Gee, I want to invest now. All these different accounts that come up and circle jerk each other on the karma train, trying to get their product visibility. They're coming. They're here. So we're trying to take out the trash also by observing activity on other subreddits. We'll go and follow those accounts and try to nail down, the source of it the best we can, and then just ban en masse all those accounts. So you guys, at the end of the day, and lady, you guys and lady, are looking at having mostly humans to talk to, which is what you want, I'm assuming. So the daily has been busy. We had something like 2,500 comments yesterday. We had almost 4,000 comments or so the day before, almost 5,000 comments the day before that. So I'm going to move on to the next topic, which is the daily Doots. So the daily Doots is something that I came up with, and all I'm doing, and what I was doing before we were having the heavy comment days, is I would go through and I would try to find items that, it didn't have to be a top level comment. It could have been a reply, but it was a good thread to read, and I would share the username and the post or the comment that associated with the comment that they had made, or the hyperlink for the comment. Sorry. So in an effort to kind of allow people to have a little bit of a jumping off point when they come into the daily. It doesn't necessarily mean it's some kind of mod approved thing or, whatever. I'm just trying to find signal that people can quickly dive into. And it's not always about the top comment. It's a lot of times it's about the thread. Okay. So I'll try to find something that's critical of the platform. I'll try to find things that are bullish about the platform, try to find good news. Sometimes it's just a personal story, the human side of things. Somebody somebody after holding on for 3 years, all this other stuff has figured out a way to pay off a house, for instance. I mean, that's cool, you know. But it doesn't mean that that's all that's in the daily. All I'm trying to do is get a quick jumping off point of 10 to 12 items that people can jump into. And at the top where it says there's a Doots archive, when you click on the Doots archive, it's an easy way to go back into the previous daily. And I think depending on time zones, that's helpful. It allows you to go through the previous day. It's a good historical archive. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. But it does take a little bit of work on my side. Now that we have these heavy comment days, my time is better spent just going through the report queue, seeing what people are reporting, and try to help people out in moderator mail. I'm only able to allow myself literally 15 to 20 minutes in the evening in order to curate that list. And the only way I could do that on these heavy comment days, I don't even get a chance to read anything. I'm just sorting by top, okay? And then I'm going through the ones that were the most top upvoted and picking stuff out of there, okay? Now, that being said, sometimes somebody says, where we're going, we don't need moon boots or whatever, and that type of comment gets 75 upvotes. Is that worthy of a doot? Probably not, right? I don't want to have when moon be the thing that captures the spirit of the daily doot. I want it to be substantive or whatever that word is, right? Substantive. Something that has some meat to it. And I try, it's subjective. And it changes. What's cool about it is you'll start to see people up there numerous times. I always try to get the JS Tears haiku in there. Some days I can't when it's just so busy. But anyway, that brings me, I just hope that you like it. Let me know what you think. There was some talk about maybe scripting or doing some kind of automated system for that. I don't want to do an totally automated system. If we could come up with a way that we could have an automated system that would curate a list for us privately, and then we could just, go through there. But right now, sorting by top, picking out I try to keep it no more than 12 items. I don't want to take up too much real estate at the top of the page. It's already pretty busy anyway. So anyway, I'm open to ideas on that. And this brings me to my third thing I wanted to mention is the report button itself. I want you to use the report button rather than tagging me in the comments if you could. The reason is I'm not the only moderator. And secondly, this is our community. And I don't want to, I don't know how to put it. I'm not always available on the ping. But what I can do is I can go through the report queue, and other moderators can clean up stuff in the report queue as well. We're pretty stretched thin right now as a moderator staff. I'll talk about that more in a minute. But that report button is going to be the fastest way for us to examine things. And please don't hit the report button if it's just somebody you disagree with, okay? If you're slinging mud and you get mud slung on you too, then are you really, using the report button in good faith? I don't know. I guess we'll have to decide. But generally, when that kind of stuff happens, I'll remove everything. Nobody gets a ban or anything. It's just, I'll remove it because you guys know what to do. Just like you act like you always have in this subreddit. This subreddit is a subreddit full of people that hopefully try to talk to each other like they're in the same room together. It's always easier to win people over with honey or whatever the old saying is. All right. So then the last thing I want to talk about. Oh, I'm going to go back to the Doots for a second. If you think something's worthy of a Doot, make sure you're upvoting it. That's it. That's how it's easier for me to see. Heck, put a gildening on it. All right. Or a dildening as I've been saying. Dilden the daily Doot. So if there's any gildings that go on those and a lot of upvotes, then, that's going to be a pretty easy bet that somebody's got a good idea that needs to be elevated a bit. Okay, so be good teachers. Don't change doing that. We got some fantastic guys and lady in here. Some of the folks in here have over 1,000 comments. They've been in this subreddit for the 1 year that it's been alive. About 14 months we've been around. And we've got people here from the very beginning. And hats off to you guys. Hats off to you guys for helping to be good teachers and being good curators of content in the Ethereum ecosystem. And the final thing I want to talk about is the idea of onboarding new moderators. I've got a couple of people already lined up. I'd like to keep looking. I'm not asking you to be there all day long. Not all of us are masochists like myself, even though my time's now getting severely limited because of work reasons. But we need to get some new blood in the moderator crew. I don't have any requirements. It would be nice if you wouldn't mind being able to Zoom with me or talk on voice. We have a couple other moderators that talk on voice. I'm the only one that does anything on video, but you know, it's not a requirement. I don't need you to be a moderator all day long. I would just need you to pop in 10 minutes a day if you could, you know, and if you're here already, then you're kind of on the pulse of things. Fortunately, we have such an incredible community. We generally don't have a lot going on in terms of report queues and stuff like that, but it's always good to be visible, or at least have somebody on staff that can react to the report button hopefully a little quicker than we can sometimes. It's just a time constraint and a manpower issue, and so I want to make sure we're moving on up. Okay, Ethfinance is going to be extremely busy over the probably from here on out, and I want to have this place rocking and rolling, and come up with good ideas on how to keep that daily flowing the way it is with I think the Doots are helping a lot. I'd love to hear what you think. If you think you would like to be a moderator, please make a comment down below publicly if you can, and just talk a little bit about yourself, and just say, hey, let me know, I'm interested, and we'll go from there. If you want to DM me, we can talk there. Reach me on Discord. You can find the Discord link on the main page of Ethfinance. What a ride, huh? This has been such a crazy 24 months. Just the last year alone, too. It's like, wow, look where we are from a year ago, but even like 3 years ago, it's just incredible. Hope you guys are having fun. My name is Jeremiah Nickel, a.k.a. JT Nickel on Reddit, at ProDJKC on Twitter. Cheers, and big hugs from Kansas City.